can't fix you. Oh, oh, no, I can't fix you. Oh, no, no.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video I will be doing my April wrap-up. I did want to say that I do apologize that it has been a minute since I have filmed. It probably has been about 3 weeks since I have filmed. I was a little under the weather for a while. It has really taken a toll on me filming, but I will be knocking out videos as much as I can in the upcoming weeks. Okay, if you guys watched my April TBR, you guys did see that I did put quite a few books in that TBR. I think I said I was going to read about 8 books. That didn't actually happen because I was sick. I was able to get a few books read, so I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about those. The first book I have here is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I did read this book a little bit before April. It probably was like maybe the last week of March, so I did want to go ahead and include it in this one anyway. I read this book. It took me about 2 or 3 days to read this book, and without giving too much away, I love this book. This book was about a girl that has had a lot of crushes but hasn't had a relationship, and in this book she actually encounters 2 of the crushes. Again, without giving too much away, I love this book because the main character in this book, she is from a 2-mom home, and I just loved how they played it out in the story. I thought it was amazing. They really made the characters. I honestly felt like I was watching a movie. They really made the characters come to life. I love Becky Albertalli. I'm actually looking forward to reading more of her books. I love her style of writing. It just made me want to read more and more and more. I did like this book very much, and I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I finished was The Help by Kathryn Stockett. I did listen to this book on audio, which gave me more of a feel from the movie, which I did like. I actually listened to this book while I was at work. It was not everything exactly like the movie, but it was pretty much similar for me, so that's something that I did enjoy. It wasn't like a big difference. Again, this is one of my favorite movies, and it is one of my favorite books now. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the movie, so I'm sure everyone knows what it's about, but if you don't, it's about a Caucasian woman who is writing a book on the perspective of the African-American help. This is back in the times where African-American women were maids in the Caucasian household. I do think this book was very well portrayed, and the actually author in this book was a child that grew up in a home that had an African-American maid, so that made it a little bit more real for me, the fact that she was actually able to put her own perspective of what happened. So technically this kind of is like a book that was written about her town, so which made it even more enjoyable. So again, this is a book that I was happy to pick up, and this was also a book that I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I have here is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This was actually a bonus book for me for the month. I've said that I wanted to pick up more classics, and this is to me a classic. I read this when I was in high school, and so I wanted to pick it up again just to refresh, and I absolutely love this book. I loved it just as much as I loved it back then. If you don't know what this book is about, it's about a boy who writes about his town and how it is for him growing up, how it's for his brothers growing up, because him and his brothers are now orphans, being that their parents have passed on. Again, this is a classic, so I'm pretty sure everyone has read this book at some point. If you haven't, this is a very good book to pick up. I highly recommend it. This is also a book I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed all the books that I've read this month. So that's why I'm giving them 5 out of 5 stars, and not just, oh, you know, let me just give everybody 5 stars. I really enjoyed these books. I'm pretty sure you'll see in future wrap-ups where I don't give books 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I have here is The King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. I actually did not finish this book, but I only have 2 chapters left, so that's why I was going to go ahead and include it in this wrap-up. This is the 3rd book in the Red Queen series. I thought it was the last one, just like I said in my haul. I thought this was the last one, but she has another one coming out, and I am trying my hardest to finish this one before that one comes out. I think it comes out in May, so hopefully I'm able to pre-order it and get it when I finish this one. This one shouldn't take me too much longer. I think I have about 2 or 3 more chapters, like I said, to finish in this book. This book is it's sort of like the other ones. Like it's pretty much similar to the other ones. I really love her style of writing. As the books go on, you see that the characters are growing up and maturing along with the story. So this is a book that I would give 4 out of 5 stars, just because honestly, like, this is a book that the reason why it's taken me so long is because this is a book that I have to take a break from sometimes, just because it's so much just like action and going on all the time. This is a book that I have to take a break from, put it down, read something else, you know, maybe a nice contemporary or something, and then come back to it. I know that's pretty much, you know, it's all action, you know, that's pretty much what the series is about. But just for that reason, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Okay, so that was all the books that I was able to get to in the month of April. I am hoping to get to more books in the month of May. As I'm sure you guys know, I am trying to read 100 books by the end of the year, and time is ticking away. So like I said, I'm going to tackle on more and more books as the months go on, and hopefully I'm able to finish. April was a little wacky for me just because I got sick. But hopefully that won't happen again. Fingers crossed. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have a great day. Bye.
I can't fix you. Oh, oh, no.